Hello, my name is Lancelot Lyles. I have a channel called Ashley Lancelot Show. This is for the people on Trash Taste. For Connor, Grant, and Joey. I actually watch animeman the longest, I believe, since 2016. Connor, I just saw your video a few weeks ago, and Grant, I haven't got to know yours yet. I see a lot of potential on your guys' channel. I can see it going over 1 million sub. But the one thing I have a proposition for, hope is okay, is talk about the biggest influence that Westerners are having into Japan, like Magic the Gathering, D&D, and Warhammer as well. When I was living in Japan for 2 years, when I was stationed in Yokota Air Force Base in Fusa, Tokyo, we had a lot of military influence in certain parts of Tokyo and Shinjuku and Harajuku as well that have these small little stores. And a lot of times when we retire, I'm a retired vet of the Air Force. We actually stay and open stores, and that's how we start to get more of Magic the Gathering, D&D, and Warhammer and so forth as well. And this is not cum or jizz. This is just paint because I am actually painting merfolks right now, and I also paint anime figurines as anime figurines and restore them as well. But that would be a good idea, and also having military joint life with Japanese military as well, because we do we actually work together a lot. A lot of Japanese bases are in the American military bases. Since after World War II, we just disbanded their military forces, and then we started recently, a few years ago, we start to build them back up again, so they have their own country will have their own military full force military base. That is our goal because happened so long ago, and they can be trusted with it. That's what the higher up says. But I lived in Japan from 2014 2016. I basically have no real difficulty like a lot of you guys did to live in Japan, getting sponsors and so forth. Like I got a driver's license within an hour, a driver's ID card, and a car after that, like a day. It was a lot cheaper for me, and I was kind of interested, like how you guys hurdle and stuff throughout your podcast and so forth. Because a driving test was basically a written test, and they gave me a driver's ID card and piece of paper that's laminated with Japanese words in the back. I think I still have it here, and I was able to drive off of base, buy a car as well. I had a giant SUV going to joyful Honda and Seiyu. There's also the thing too about Seiyu. Like Seiyu is owned by Walmart, and a lot of thrift stores I actually go to is Hobby Off and Hard On to get my used anime figurines and retro video games, for that matter of fact. The proposition is there's not a lot of YouTubers or people like actually have like a group such that talk about these certain things. I'm like one of the very few people in the military that's an ex military veteran that try to make videos, try to put that out there for other people what it's like, because there's like 2 different toss coins for that. But you guys are talking about like anime, the life of Japan, and so forth. I thought this would be a good time. If you like, have me in, or individually, I interview you or you guys interview me. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm just doing this as a hobby because it's very hard when you're retired and you're medically retired, and all you do is YouTube and paint and stuff for a hobby, because I'm very limited what I can do now, what I have done before when I got injured. But I would like to know what you guys think. Hopefully this gets up to you. I'll probably email this to you as well and hash it on Twitter. People hopefully watching this like retweet and stuff. Hopefully it gets there, because there's a lot of people on the base that lives in Japan. That I know, Navy from Yokosuka. And I tried to do a collab when I was in Japan with Chris from Aboard Japan several years ago. I think he was a teacher back then when I was still there, because I was still new to Japan, and he lived in Japan for like a year from there. And I was trying to see if he can like go around collab, and I'll take him to the military base, that was a heavy aircraft mechanic. I worked on C5, C17, C130, but it's like very hard to get scheduling when I was living in Japan for that as well. But I'm going back to Japan though, hopefully in a year or two after the pandemic. And hopefully when I'm 60 years old, I'm just gonna sell everything here. Me and Ashley will be moving to Japan, just living there for the rest of our life, because there's a lot more benefits than just anime and video games, the ambiance, the people, and so forth for that as well. Anyhow, thank you guys for hopefully watching through all this, but hopefully you think about it, and hopefully I get a response back. But if not, it's all right. I'm not gonna get hurt from it. But anyhow, thank you, and have a nice day. Bye bye.